Hey, do you know that your happiness is a choice? Yeah, it's up to you. The Lord spoke to me and said, Amy, hold on to your happiness like you hold on to your keys. Don't throw your happiness keys away. Stay right here, I'll explain. So glad you joined me today. We're right here in Danville, Kentucky, and I'm talking about don't throw away your happiness keys. Don't lose your happiness. The choice is yours. The choice is mine. Many times in life we depend on other people to make us happy. You know, if your husband or if your wife, if they do everything right, I'll have a good day, I'll be happy. But if they say one thing and push my buttons, maybe it's a coworker that gets on your nerves. One thing will just mess you up for the whole day. You know, the Lord spoke to me. He said, hold on to your happiness keys. The choice is yours. My mom would say, Amy, you're as happy as you want to be. I would think, oh, no, everything has to go my way for me to be happy. And that's not true. I was reminded of a story when we owned Giovanni's Pizza several years ago, and I was taking a lunch deposit to the bank, and we were in financial trouble. We didn't know how to own restaurants, you know, and so we were believing the Lord for a miracle. We needed a buyer. And so I was taking the money to the bank, and the teller at the bank, she wrote down the balance, and she put a big negative sign in front of it, and she circled it and put it under the window at me. And I looked at it and I went, oh, well, you didn't have to circle it. And I just stormed out of that thing. And when I got in the car, the Lord said, your happiness, like your keys, you should value it. Just as I love keys, I love to lock everything. I love to probably click my car twice to lock it. You know, I love keys. These are valuable to me, to your car, to your home, to your work. I don't just throw them or let anybody have them. He told me, he said, now do not throw away your happiness. Just like you wouldn't throw your keys to somebody, don't throw away your happiness. So me storming off of me and saying, you didn't have to circle it. I just took my happiness keys and I just threw them at her. But I got in the car and I was reminded, no, I'm blessed. I'm rich. I'm the daughter of a king. And I reminded myself who I was. Well, my happiness is my choice. I turned up the praise and worship really loud and started singing, Jesus is mine. Jesus is mine. Everywhere I go and everywhere I be, oh, Jesus, he's mine. And I started singing that. Why? I know the choice is mine. I can get depressed. I can get sad, but that's not going to bring the answer to me, is it? No, I have to just go ahead and rely on the Lord. Trust in the Lord. You know, his word says, keep above all else. In Proverbs 3, it says, keep your heart with all diligence, for out of it flows the issues of life. Meaning if you get upset all the time, if you're moved by other people, you're just throwing your happiness keys away. Your happiness does not depend on anyone else. It's up to you. And then my second point I'd like to tell you is don't throw the keys away. Don't throw your happiness away. Don't lose your joy, because that's your power. Ever been in an argument and you just totally flesh out, you lose it, you scream, you say too much you didn't even mean to say? You just threw your power out. I'm not in control anymore. I just lost it. I just threw away the power. And I know if I can remain calm, keep my heart with all diligence, stay in peace. You know, I love my grandma Bailey. She was so good at this. Jay says I'm most like her, and her name was Thelma, and she was so steady on the Word of God, steady in every situation through the highs and lows. You know, Grandma Bailey was steady. My dad has that characteristic. When I think of my dad, he is steady. Very few times in my life how I've seen him heated. If he's heated, you better run, because it doesn't happen very much. You know, I haven't seen him low where he falls to pieces. I haven't seen that. He's been steady in my life. And I've taken that from him. I want to be steady in my relationships with my happiness. I just don't throw it away when something doesn't go my way. No, I hold on to my joy. I hold on to my happiness. No one's going to steal it from me. And I'm going to keep that power of my day. How my day's going to go, what my mood is, it's up to me. So take that today. Keep your heart. Don't be anxious for nothing. Worry about nothing. Instead, go ahead. Just start praising God like I had to do in the middle of someone pushing my buttons. Keep those happiness keys, put them right in your pocket, and that's how you'll stick with the plans He has for you. Thanks for joining me today. I love hearing all that God is doing in your life, and thank you for sharing this. So many new friends get to watch this because you are sharing this. If you're on YouTube, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Leave us a comment. If you're on Facebook, like this page. We'll have a brand new video for you next week. And remember, every Tuesday we are live. I'll see you then.